Good evening and welcome. I am Amarachi Ubani. Tonight, Nigerian Air Force neutralizes terrorist hideout in Borno State in continuation of its Operation Green Sweep 3. Mixed feelings continue to trail the partial closure of the Nigeria land borders. Tonight, a look at how motorists and businesses are coping along the Katsina and Kwara axis. "24 hours to the commencement of the reconstruction of the Berger-Kara end of the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. A look at the state of the alternative routes. And Hurricane Dorian makes landfall in northwest Bahamas as a powerful Category 5 storm, the strongest in modern history of the area. The Nigerian Air Force says scores of Boko Haram terrorists have been neutralized in airstrikes conducted at UAC in Borno State by Operation Lafia Dole. A statement by the spokesperson of the Nigerian Air Force, Air Commodore Bukule Daramola, explains that the air raid was executed in continuation of Operation Green Sweep 3 after credible human intelligence reports, which were also corroborated by a series of intelligence, surveillance and reconnaissance missions, established that the settlement was being used as a hideout for the Boko Haram terrorists. According to him, the Air Task Force detailed 2 Alpha jets and an L-39ZA aircraft to attack the target area. And as the aircraft hovered over this vicinity, several Boko Haram terrorists were seen attempting to flee, while many others concealed themselves in the structures and dense vegetation of the area. Barely 48 hours after President Muhammadu Buhari told traditional and religious rulers in Taraba State to find a way of stopping the crisis between the Jukun and Tiv people in the state, 4 persons have been killed in renewed attacks by gunmen in Takum local government area. Confirming the incident to Channels Television via a telephone interview, the police public relations officer, Mr. David Misal, said the attackers came in through the outskirts of Takum town, shooting sporadically. According to him, the bandits were repelled by officers of the Nigeria Police Force. He pointed out that after repelling the attackers, the police combed the area and discovered the corpses of 3 men believed to be the bandits and a resident who is suspected to have been hit by stray bullets. The Taraba State Police spokesperson said the situation is currently under control as security agencies have been deployed to the area to protect lives and property. It's over 2 weeks now since the partial closure of the borders. Residents and border users are not finding it easy. In Katsina and Kwara states, people are divided over the ongoing joint task force exercise across the land borders and the 4 geopolitical zones of the country. Some of the residents who spoke to Channels Television agree that the measure will boost the economy, while others claim that the majority of their daily activities have been shut out.
These are stranded but heavily loaded and outbound trucks at the Babammutu border, a community connecting Nigeria and Niger Republic. Although in Katsina State, the border has a trackable distance to Jigawa State in Nigeria's northwest region. The partial closure of all land borders is affecting the export business circle, as these drivers claim they've spent days without hope of crossing to Niger.
Honestly, even to cross to go and buy water, we find it difficult. We have to walk to the next distance to get water, what you want.
So you have to go back inside Nigeria?
Yes, no car is moving, no motor machine. So you have to walk and go and buy what you want to buy.
And in Kwara State lies this almost impossible stretch of road at the 2 communities of Bukoro and Chikanda. Members of the Joint Task Force are quite visible to enforce the directive. Their presence, however, comes with mixed feelings for the residents.
It affects us. It's because of our road. Our road is not good. From here to Shaki, when one buy the rice, is suffering. But here to the Benin Republic, is near us.
We had the information before they closed the border that they are smuggling the harmful substances into this our country that is affecting us. We are very happy for that.
Traditional rulers in the area also lend their voices to the exercise.
It's a good thing, and the prices of some of our farmers' produce have now increased now.
What we witness here, the flow of rice that we share here is very sad. It's not encouraging at all for the development of Nigerian economy.
With the claim by the Joint Public Relations Officer that the exercise is yielding the desired result, businessmen and operators along the affected borders can only wait till the end before nursing any hope of resuming their regular activities.
In less than 24 hours, the much-awaited partial closure of the Berger end of the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway will begin. As announced, the Lagos-Abeokuta Expressway will serve as one of the alternates for access and exit. Our crew visited the location and brings us details on the state of the roads.
In few hours from now, the much-announced partial closure of the Kara end of the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway will commence, and that is to allow for the continuous construction of the entire stretch of the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. Largely, the concern and the skepticisms about the proposed interruption is leveled on the volume of vehicular movement that daily use this axis. Perhaps that was responsible for the several postponement of the partial closure. In addressing or responding to these myriads of concerns, the authorities have maintained that there are several alternative routes to help ease the burden of the partial closure. One of those is this stretch, the Lagos-Abeokuta Expressway. Like most federal roads, the story is not different. Undulated portions, gullies, potholes, which of course slows down movement. Hitting Shagamu Expressway through this route isn't a tea party. You will require an average of 2.5 to 3 hours travel time as against 45 minutes via the Lagos-Ibadan route. The reality of the difficulty in traveling this route will become clearer when work commences proper. Incidentally, the work will run into months. Olu Phillips, Channels Television News.
Joining us now is Federal Controller of Roads here in Lagos State, Mr. Adedamola Akuti. You're welcome to the News at 10.
Thank you.
You're the man to watch this hour because it's just a few days to D-Day. Is all set for commencement of work on the Berger axis of the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway.
Sure. Yeah, work is starting, like you have stated, it's starting tomorrow. By tomorrow, 2nd September, all through to 15th December. We shall be working on that stretch from end of that Kara Bridge, about 600 meters towards Berger bus stop, on both bounds. And of course, the underpass under the Kara Bridge.
Okay, well, just to be clear, work is commencing on the 2nd to end on December 15th, right?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, because we have seen there was some information out there that it will end sometime in November, on November 1st.
No. The issue is that we are working on both bounds, inbound Lagos, outbound Lagos. So, you see, the first stretch of inbound Lagos, that one will probably end towards the end of October. And then you move to the other section.
Okay, that's almost about 6 weeks each. Well, Channels Television, as you see in our reports there, we have visited some of the alternative routes, and with the Lagos-Abeokuta Expressway, you saw the condition of the road. You already know that. And the fear here is about security on these paths, because at night they become a harbor and provide a cover for hoodlums, to operate. Are there assurances that there will be security on the ground on these roads? As we...
Yeah, in the first instance, you see, some of these alternative routes you're mentioning may not even be necessary. We are just talking of a 600-meter stretch. And on that road, on about 3 other locations, we have diversions. And nobody has been talking about going on another, on maybe Lagos or Abeokuta or Ikorodu Shagam. But if you just have to avoid this road, that was why we mentioned Ikorodu Shagam being a shorter route to Lagos via Ikorodu. And we also mentioned to you that a contractor is on ground. A larger part of it, at least out of the 30 kilometers, we have more than 12 kilometers in good condition. And it's still work ongoing. Coming to security, as far as this alignment is concerned, everything is guaranteed. I spoke with the area commanders of Sherry and that of Ogudu, in charge of this area, and they have assured us that they will be fully on ground.
See, of course, free flow of traffic is what we're also worried about, because people live, along that axis going down, and for many people, they're already predicting there's going to be a nightmare on this road.
People should not just create unnecessary fears. All we are just appealing to is that those who drive against traffic should desist from doing such. Once you maintain your lane, maintain lane discipline, don't pick passengers along that route, and then no unnecessary delay. We don't expect any. In any case, the traffic agencies will be fully on ground. The Federal Road Safety Command in Ogun State and in Lagos, they will be fully on ground. Last one, fully on ground. Trace will be fully on ground.
So the assurances we're receiving from you are that there will be security on the ground, both on the alternative routes and on the Berger axis of the Lagos-Ibadan, where work is taking place. Yeah. There will be free flow of traffic. That is, if people do not go against traffic, things will be fine. Yeah. And then all arrangements are in place, just in case. Let's look at some of the incidences that may occur, in the near future. Perhaps cars breaking down. This is a road that has seen, certain accidents happen. With tankers falling, containers also falling on the road, that disrupting traffic and clogging it up. All the way to the other extensions, of the road. How are you planning to fix some of these problems when they arise?
Yeah, we have already made provision for emergency crew. We have any situation where we find ourselves maybe breaking down vehicles, there will be towing trucks that will be on ground, to ensure that any broken down vehicle is removed on the road.
Well, thank you so much, Mr. Adedamola Kuti. I hope you have been able to, relax the minds of Lagosians who have to apply this route for the next few months.
It's for the betterment of Nigerians.
Oh, we do understand. But you also, we didn't talk about the alternative routes, if there is work also going on those routes.
Yeah, like I mentioned to you, on Ikorodu Shagam, a contractor is on ground. And we already have close to almost half of the stretch is in good condition. And the remaining half, even if there's any issues surrounding that area, the contractor is there to fix it immediately. So we don't envisage any problem.
If we do have any problems, we'll be calling on you to come back to explain to Nigerians. Thank you so much for speaking with us, Mr. Adedamola Kuti.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
In part 2, after the break, a look at some of the factors affecting childhood education in Nigeria. Please join us again.